showcased.
Welcome everybody to another live edition of the Showcase Pod. I am Don Vega, as well, joined by the boss, Chris Blackheart. See, I gave you the whole. What? I gave you the whole.
Just finish it. Just finish it.
30% boss, Chris
What?
Blackheart. And Blackheart, look what's behind you today this week. Must be a conspiracy. And look, it has an arrow. Perfect. It's pointing right at you. Sus. The biggest sus. You know,
Danny,
can't get any more clear
is
than
that your
this.
stuff?
Oh no, I just got back from a conspiracy con too, but yeah, nothing to do with me, man. I walked in the science thing, man. What the hell is that?
I'm surprised Danny made it back. He took a plane this time, actually. You know, no trains.
You weren't sponsored by U-Haul again?
Nope.
No 18
No,
hour.
track, you know that bullshit.
You gotta miss. You missed it, didn't you?
Who's that?
The train, 18 hours.
Oh yeah, yep, the 18-hour train.
Oh, okay. All right. So, we got a lot of stuff to cover this week. Chris Blackheart, it's been a hectic week when it comes to pro wrestling. I mean, a lot of things happening, not only in pro wrestling, but in real life. But we'll get right into the story. I mean, that you watched what went on this past weekend in Knox Pro Wrestling in a show in LA with Raja Jackson, the son of Rampage, attacking a wrestler and just putting the hurt on him. Did you watch any of that?
I watched a couple different clips, a couple different angles. I mean, that's going to be one of the main stories we talk about today.
Yeah.
So yeah, we have a guest though, right?
Do you think that was a conspiracy or?
I don't, but
I mean, so going back to the incident, it looks like Raja got invited by this guy that was wearing a cowboy outfit. That's his buddy, and was invited over to the show. Met with Stu, the individual that ended up getting hurt in this instant, and he received them with a welcoming of a can over the head. You saw that?
I did see that.
So
that looked kind of weird. Like that whole setup was weird. I mean, the first thing I said, why do you have non-wrestler people in the back?
no.
That was my first thing, period. I don't like people in the locker room that if you're not, even if you're a worker, you're not working the show, you normally don't hang out back.
No,
You talk to the promoter, hey, then maybe you would stay at Gorilla, but you're typically not in the back.
Well, it looks like they were in the back
family,
parking lot of the venue.
What?
It looked like they were having a gathering of some sort.
What?
And there was beers from what it looked like.
Don't like it?
It wasn't a prop can. Have you ever heard of prop cans in pro wrestling?
Do you know what? I think they go to Props R Us.
Oh, is that what it is?
That's where you go and get it.
Is that where we go shop for tables
We
and
do.
chairs?
Yep.
I thought you just go to your local Home Depot.
That's run by the Pritchard family.
Or
Props
Walmart.
R Us.
I've never went to anywhere to buy any prop cans or prop chairs or tables.
Yeah,
I mean, the chair that you as a fan will sit on, if it's a steel chair, that's the chair that we use.
Yeah.
And so on and so forth. When it comes to tables, and I don't know other places what they do, but I know anytime I've been hit with a chair or a trash can or a can, it's been legitimate. Besides the point, it just brings me back to people thinking that they know certain things. And this is why accidents like this happen. Because first of all, Raja should have never been in the ring after this incident because, I think for the most part, Stu thought that it was a worker coming in, Supposedly he didn't know who this guy was. Vice versa, Raja didn't know who he was.
Yep.
And that initiated some steam right off the bat. You can see that the kid wasn't, or man, he's 20-something years old, wasn't comfortable with the situation. But he didn't react to the extent that he did later on that night.
Yeah.
Usually if somebody does something to you that you don't like, you'll handle it right then and there, you know.
Well, yeah, and that's a lot of stuff that's going to come out later. But my question is, why do you have someone who's not a wrestler doing an angle with a wrestler? Now, supposedly, who's the cowboy kid? It was
AJ Man, something like that?
So they were supposedly friends, right? Him and Raj were friends?
Yes.
So why didn't they work together?
And I think the guy, man, he trains MMA, and he's
Yeah, no,
MMA.
but those people should work. Why are you having someone that you don't know, who is not a pro wrestler, work with a wrestler?
Well, you know, Chris Blackheart, you've been a promoter for quite some time now, and you know, I'm not. This is just my opinion on the whole ordeal.
Yep.
You know, I'm thinking the promoter. This is Rampage Jackson's son. You know, huge Hall of Fame UFC champion. I got his son in the house. Maybe we'll do something that will eventually get Dad to get involved.
Possibly.
You know, that could have been it. But the fact that not only after this incident happened with the beer can, you could tell that the guy Raja wasn't comfortable. He did not accept the apology that came in multiple occasions from this guy Stu. He should have never been in the ring.
No. Well, he should.
At that point, he should have never been in the ring, regardless of anything else.
Yeah, no,
it was just.
It shouldn't have. All right. So you want to play the blame game on this one? So who's the promoter on that one?
What's promoter's Black Pearl.
Like Black Pearl, right?
Black Pearl, Blackheart.
No, don't go by that. No,
gives a bell, huh?
No.
Rings
But
a
the
bell.
idea is the whole situation. I blame the promoter. Period.
So Black Pearl, Reno, and Hawaii.
Yep. Because you should not have non-wrestling people involved in it. Yes, you see a star, you see something that you could possibly make something out of. But I mean, a lot of times, and you know, like when I go over stuff, I get blamed for being conservative, easygoing, and I try to be cautious regarding how we're doing stuff. You know, and they probably saw lightning in a bottle. We can get. Unfortunately, we're going to get internet hits.
Yep.
We're going to get social media. Well, guess what? They got it.
Well,
Probably not the way that they wanted.
He was streaming, I guess. Right? Raja's a streamer on Kick, you know, which is a streaming service that gets a lot of younger people watching. And I guess those younger people been hyping him up and calling him names and, you know, kind of challenging him after they saw the happening. Oh, you're not going to do shit to that wrestler guy. You're not gonna do nothing. So that started the whole turn of events. The fucked up part about the whole ordeal is that finally he shook hands with Stu.
Yeah.
And you know he was told by Black Pearl on the outside. I'm talking about Raja, that he was gonna get to do something in the match with Stu, and that he was gonna get his payback. And it came from Black Pearl's mouth before it came from Cowboy, because this has been a big scenario with the Cowboy telling him, "Oh, you're gonna get a receipt. You know what a receipt is, right? Just give him your shit." But before that happened, Black Pearl told him the same thing on the outside of the building. You're gonna get your guy. You're gonna go out there and give him a receipt. So it came from two people. It came from the promoter and it came from the guy that brought him there. So are these guys at fault as well for the scenario? I mean, what's your take on that?
I think the problem is still you have an MMA guy and then you have wrestling people. There's different language and lingo when you're in different businesses that I don't think he was educated enough to know what that was.
No,
and you know, we've all been in situations where receipts have been thrown, and usually when stuff happens, it's usually clear afterwards, or you just like.
Yeah, I mean, usually receipts. I mean,
it's not.
You handle that. You'll handle that out back.
Yeah.
Prior or after.
Yeah.
If something goes wrong, unless it goes wrong to the extent that it went there, and you have to defend yourself while it's happening. But you know, like I said, after the beer can, if he didn't like that, and if he was gonna punch this guy, it should have happened right then and there.
Yep.
Not in the environment that this guy knows that you're coming in his match, and he's thinking that now you're gonna work with him,
Right.
right? And the fact that, I mean, I don't know the details. I wasn't there. I'm just going by what I saw and all the information gathered. Usually you would sit down a guy like that and say, hey, I'm going to be doing this. When you come in, we're going to do that.
Yep.
And that's going to be it.
Well,
that happened. I haven't heard details.
No, because what I was thinking on that is they could have done that, right? And then they could have said, hey, why don't you throw like 5, 6, 7 punches, right? And then people will come in.
Yeah.
Right? And if we look at it, he's throwing, no one's coming in.
Yeah.
He's probably like, hey, we're still working.
So
This guy, no quote, this guy's a wrestler, a worker, he knows how to take punches.
Yeah.
Taraj may not have known what
Well,
this guy.
Well, no, because during his streaming, he was saying, "Oh, I'm gonna throw real punches, not them fake wrestling."
well,
So
see.
he knew the difference between a work punch and a legitimate punch, because he brought it up on his live stream
I
himself.
saw, well.
So that's video of him all throughout the time of him being in the show for almost 2 hours,
Yeah.
plotting what he was gonna do, including a time where he says to his followers, "How many more subscriptions can I get if I punch this guy out?"
Well, okay, see. That's,
So, that right there, just
but,
again.
And that's the problem. When you're in the sports entertainment, and people forget about this, is a trust level. Is trust and respect. I don't have to like you, but I have to trust you and I have to respect
well, right there, yeah, that right there, you just established the point that we got to when we started this,
Yeah.
is that level of trust and respect was already gone when the beer can incident happened.
Yeah.
So this guy, I keep calling him a kid, he's like 25, 26, should have never been in the ring at that point.
Nope.
That should have been scrapped. He should have been sitting out in the audience, enjoying the show, or he should have been asked to leave because he was hot about it and he wasn't comprehending.
Yeah.
And
Well, if this just came about randomly, right? The proper thing I think would have done, you do the angle where he jumps on the apron, and that's it. And then you're like, hey, let's get him down to school. Let's
I don't know,
let's train him
man.
for a
I
while.
don't think that was his intention
Yeah.
at all.
Well-
I think he's got some daddy issues.
Well, no, and then
I think he's got some personal issues.
it could be, but I mean, supposedly he had a concussion that week from training or
Yeah,
sparring. To me, which is even worse, because if he had a concussion, he should not even been in that environment anyway.
Yeah, period. But, nonetheless, it happened. I mean, I've seen a lot of shows, a lot of different other podcasts that have talked about the incident and all that. And, I just wanted to get in depth of little bits and pieces of the whole ordeal. So it started with him shooting the ring, double leg takedown,
Yep.
picking him up and slamming him. Did you
Yep.
see that
I
part?
did. I multiple.
Multiple angles,
Multiple
multiple
angles.
times.
Tell me PD's investigating it.
So this guy Stu easily is 6'3", maybe
He looks a big guy.
300 pounds,
Yeah.
right? And he looks so easily picked up by Raja. Obviously, me looking at that footage, I'm thinking he's going with the flow.
Yep.
He knows this guy's gonna come in. He's thinking, okay,
Yep.
maybe he's just gonna shoot that takedown and slam me, and that's
Yep.
gonna be it. So he lets him pick him up.
Yep.
Then what I see is he takes a half turn and does the slam, and then Stu is out. To me, he looked completely out.
Yep.
Arms wasn't moving, and it just was an awkward thing with me. What I identify was the bump. Like, we train
Right.
to get
Well,
slammed
and that's-
in our backs.
And that's the question that people haven't brought up. Is being in the ring for many years and is ingrained how to bump, ingrained to tuck your head.
Yeah, to the point that if you were to go outside in the wintertime and you hit a patch of block
Yeah.
ice, I've done it myself.
Yep. that
You
has-
fly up in the air and you're tucking
That
and
is
you're
right.
attacking
Yeah.
and you're breaking that fall, and it happens instantly just because it's now embedded into your brain and it's second nature.
Yeah.
So now he gets picked up, turned around, and dropped, and he's completely out. And when I see the bump, I see him doing this.
Yeah.
This was the way that he took that bump with his palms
Right.
out, right?
You want to break? That's a day one.
So
That's
I don't
a day
know if a
one
lot
issue.
of other people broke it down that way, but I saw when I see the video and he takes that bump, he's got his palms out, right? We attacked him at palms, hands down, and I think he helped knock himself out. He didn't protect enough.
Yep.
Because if I believe that if he would have landed and protected himself, he would have been able to at least grab a hold of this guy, you know, and try to stop.
At least he
Put his hands up and cover her up and tussle.
and then he could have called out,
You know.
to the.
So
I don't even want to say referee because that's another.
and I'm not justifying anything. I'm just breaking down the incident
Nope.
of why this happened because it's gonna connect all the dots that we're gonna talk about going in.
Rampage Jackson, he made a statement. He goes, "I've been confirmed that the wrestler Stuart Smith, aka Stu, or Psycho Stu, whatever, is awake and stable. I'm very upset that any of this happened, but my main concern is now that Mr. Smith will make a speedy recovery, and I apologize on the behalf of my son."
No, yeah, that was a statement that he made right away after the
he made that
incident.
pretty quick. But even the problem I have with that, why is the dad
Yeah, apologize.
apologizing for the kid? Because you're an adult.
Yeah.
You know.
So that right there tells you
Yes.
the situation that goes beyond this incident with this guy. You know,
Well, is this the first time?
it must not be the
Or
first time. If
multiple
your
times?
father
Yeah.
is making the apologies and the excuses for you, it hasn't been the first time that this has happened. So, you know, going out again and breaking down stuff. So
And you made
he
a
gets.
statement too, Rampage.
Yeah, I don't want to hear anything that has to say.
Yeah.
I wanna hear what Raja has to say, other than "my bad," which
Yeah.
was his comment. Oh, my bad.
Yeah. No.
You know, you nearly killed the guy. I mean, when a guy goes down, when you're in a fight, you're looking to, you know, put somebody down, and that happened from the slam. Guy is unconscious now. You land another 20 semi punches to this guy. Now you're looking at seriously hurt or kill this guy.
Yeah. Well, you know, I'm not a fan of law enforcement in any manner being involved in pro wrestling angles, and pro wrestling business.
Yeah.
Unless it was legitimately, and this is
crossing the line.
This is a border.
This is the borderline.
Yeah.
He tried to commit murder in this instant by attacking this guy that was unconscious.
All right, so
that is just a bitch move.
All right, but
the guy is a bitch.
Do you blame social media because for 2 hours people are hyping the kid?
Well, I mean,
who doesn't know the business.
But then again, I mean, you have to have self-control, especially as a fighter.
Well, and we talked about it.
Like I said, it's coming from a guy that's hot-tempered. We've known each other for a long time, because Blackheart, and you know how I am. But typically, if they were gonna get a reaction out of me, it would have happened when the can incident happened.
Right.
I would have not waited to get in the
Oh, yeah,
ring
sure.
and attack this guy while he's down and out. It would have happened as soon as he did what he did that I didn't like.
Yeah.
You know, and if he was gonna punch this guy, it should have happened right then and there.
Which is true. I think Gregory Helms said something about that a receipt is not like stored; it happens then.
Yeah, it happens right
It
then
happens
and
on the
there.
instant. You don't carry it.
Yeah.
You know, and maybe has well, we don't
To
know.
me,
about
that just
Stu.
shows the guy's a bitch. You know, to me, that just shows he didn't want confrontation there because he wasn't sure what the outcome would be in a face-to-face. This guy's in front of me. I'm gonna have to punch him and see if he goes down. That to me just shows that the guy's a fucking bitch, and especially him doing what he did when this guy is down and out.
Yeah.
So, you know, there's no excuse there. I don't know. LAPD is investigating, Danny says, but it's already been almost a week.
Yeah.
You know, I seen police departments and cops do petty shit right away for things that are not even a fraction of what this thing is, which is almost somebody losing their life over some stupid shit.
Yep.
You know, it's just ridiculous at this point. I've seen a lot of other people make comments about the whole situation. I don't know if you've been following up.
Yeah, no, yeah, I've seen various comments, and some of them were kind of surprising. Some people said that Raj had nothing to say sorry about.
Yeah, and another guy that I'm going to bring up, now that you took that segue, is Mark Henry.
That's what I'm talking about.
Mark Henry is back on. You know, there's two guys that I think, you know, they're acting like they were Stu, as far as the brain that they have in their heads. You know, that's Bret Hart. He's become a little sissy Nancy, bitching and complaining about everything. And I said it before, I love Bret. But typically now the comments that come from him is bitching and moaning about the wrestling business and other workers. Because you're bitter.
Yeah.
You know. Same thing with Mark Henry. I mean, we've known he's been spoken out about Hulk Hogan and Hulk's mistake on what he said and what he commented, and he was having no part about it. So now, because I don't know if it's a racial thing, I'm gonna say it, my opinion.
It could.
You know, now he's justifying this guy's actions on nearly killing a guy and blaming the guy that almost got killed for it. So now you're justifying a horrible action on some individual because of race or color, and you're not willing to apologize.
Yeah, no, that's
on fucking up, but you want other people to apologize for their actions.
Yeah.
Tell me that's not a dummy 100%. Or an idiot that needs some help himself. You know.
Well, we'll find out. I mean, Mark Henry, if I'm not mistaken, has a Hall of Fame contract.
Yeah.
It was a legend contract.
I don't know, man.
We'll find out. I mean, some days, put it this way, I mean, Hogan got prosecuted all these years for saying stuff.
I don't know, man.
Maybe Henry will too, but I mean.
No, it's, typically it's fine if it's coming from somebody that will victimize themselves, you know, and cancel everybody else except themselves. Yeah, apparently in his mind, there's some justification in what this guy did because of the beer can, and like I said, I would have been pissed. Yeah. We would have had something going on, but it would have happened right then and there when he did the actions that. Well,
okay, let's go. Okay, so punches being thrown. Yeah, now this isn't a match, right? Mm-hmm. The referee's watching.
Yeah.
I think there was 3 guys.
Yeah, there was like this guy with a clown.
Why they know or have an idea what could be happening, should be happening.
Face paint of a clown. Supposedly that kid was underage. Then we had the referee that he looked like Frank when he watches the matches.
Oh, yeah, he was watching.
Love you, Frank.
Yeah, he was watching.
He was watching the match, not a match, but he was watching a guy get pummeled nearly to death.
Yeah, no. So he should have jumped in. The other guys in the match should have, jumped in. And this is what we don't realize. If you're the promoter, you're behind the curtain. A lot of times you don't see it, either from if you have a live stream that you can see, or just the angle. You can't see what's going on.
Well, the thing that's crazy about it, and it goes back to what I said about maybe Black Pearl knowing that this guy was coming in and that he was going to try to accommodate something so that they could get Dad down the line and all this, these plans.
Definitely something like that.
Is that the guy that ultimately jumped in the ring and stopped the attack, the guy that saved this guy Stu's life, was on a live stream himself, and he said that he was stopped by Black Pearl and another individual and was told to hang by Gorilla because something might go down, and they knew this guy had a legitimate background, so they wanted him to be in sight of this. He had just finished his match when Stu went out for his. So he was hanging around the area. He didn't know why, but they told him to. So if you're telling a guy to hang around by the area, just in case, it means that you already have the premonition, the thought that something's going to happen. So if you knew something was going to happen, why do you have this dummy in the ring doing anything with this other guy? Goes back to square one. So, I know there's a lot of people pissed. Jim Cornette's like, oh, they should shut down Knox Pro. You know, they shouldn't be running shows ever again. You know, they're unsafe, blah, blah, blah. Speaking of unsafe, Knox Pro was a WWE ID program school. Now, again, my opinions, because Blackheart, you don't have to take heat. It's strictly coming from me. Now, a WWE program ID school tells me that you're getting top tier, top notch training to the extent that will get you ready for NXT and for television, right?
I would think.
It tells me that you should be able to at least protect yourself to a certain extent in situations.
Or have certain basics.
Yes.
Fundamental.
Foundation, right?
Yes.
You can't build a big structure without a good foundation.
Yes.
So, you know, the fact that Knox Pro, and I've never been there, but from what I gather from this video and from what I see from the people that were involved, is this really a place that should have been an ID certified school?
I don't know.
Guys drinking in a parking lot.
I didn't like that. I
Right?
do not like
Questionable guys in the ring.
Yep.
A referee that was clueless. I mean, you name it, there's a lot to pick at when you watch the footage.
Well, I think what it is, when you watch it and you don't pull it apart, things don't seem a lot. When you pull it apart, that's like 7, 8, 9 things.
Well, that's why right away, right off the bat, you know, I don't think it lasted. This news didn't last like 4 or 5 hours out when WWE was already pulling out of this whole ordeal. I mean, that tells you that sometimes just having that name will get you a pass. Maybe that kind of makes me wonder, did they ever themselves went down there and looked at the facility and looked at the training and looked at the trainers and looked at the students and the people that are learning under this umbrella?
I don't know.
Before you certify this.
That is
Because from what I seen and this unfortunate incident that a guy almost lost his life, it doesn't seem like they were having that top tier training that is what the WWE ID program is supposed to be on. So, you know, with that being said, I know there was a GoFund that they did for the Stu, Psycho Stu, that's his name, right?
Yep.
You know, before we move on from this, there's a picture that Danny pulled up on the screen. He's surrounded. Is that a current picture, Danny? Is that a legitimate picture for this incident?
Today.
So, you know, there's a picture on screen, and I go back and I'm going to touch really quick on this. I believe there was a comment made on Facebook earlier about that picture right there, and it was brought up to people's attention about his face.
What do you mean?
So, you know, this guy suffered a lot of injuries, including all his teeth being broken and bones in his face being broken and his nose and all that stuff. But his face was brought up to people's attention that is not showing any type of scars or damage. I mean, that kind of like, you know, it opened the floodgates for this person that commented that to get some heat. But it also opened the floodgates to going back and picking and seeing, and I'm like, what the fuck, you know? Because I know I've been punched, and I punched a few people during my time, and leaves boo boos in your face with Blackheart. So I mean, I don't know what's going on there.
Could be another conspiracy.
I don't know, man. It could be another conspiracy, but we're gonna leave it there until the LAPD. Gets on the job there, Daniel. Yeah, they initiate the investigation, you know, on a guy that got pummeled nearly to death, and there's live stream video of this guy.
No marks?
Well, you know, the marks could be internal. I don't know. I'm just pointing out the fact that there's pictures out there, and he has no marks in his face. But at the same time, LAPD eventually will get to the bottom of this, you know. Last time the LAPD got to the bottom of something, the guy that they got to the bottom of had all types of broken bones and bumps and bruises all over his face. So I don't know, I don't know what the deal is, but it could be, like you said, a conspiracy. Speaking of conspiracies, Chris Blackheart, you enjoy the sign back there? You saw how it's all taped up?
Yeah, I did. And
for you.
I was just wondering how it got here, to be honest with you, because
Yeah.
I usually try to get here early and open up and.
Danny, let the door open. See if my guest is here, cause my guest.
No, yeah, we have Danny. Danny's.
No, sorry. Check the door. Oh, there it is. Chris
Whoa!
Blackheart. Oh, look who it is.
You guys told me 65, I went to 69. I'm walking around the building, and it's just, I don't understand. I went to Warwick, but this is West Warwick. Then I went to South Warwick. You
got directions
Mr.
from
Vega, it's
What's
great to see
going
you.
on?
Out of respect, Mr. Blackheart, I will
Yeah, you
sit
got
here.
directions
Thank you
from
for sticking.
Blackheart. I guarantee you sent him directions?
I didn't even know he was coming. I could send him directions.
I did mail my sign because there's been a lot of issues with mail fraud going on in Showcase Professional Wrestling.
Yeah, people,
and I just don't want my sign being vandalized anymore. So it's safe here, and it's very
you're safe.
fitting.
You can have a
today.
seat, and it's great to have you on the show. It's been a while. We don't have live guests in the show. See, Chris Blackheart, I'm pulling the stop safes for you.
No, I.
You're in the middle.
I am.
You got us all on the shot here? Okay, all right. So, Chris Blackheart, I'm going to let you, since you've been the sus.
And I have some notes here because there's a lot going on.
All right, so why don't you,
Okay.
in all fairness, not everybody may know who you are. Not everybody may know your story.
It's true.
So, why there's an open forum.
Yep, you have the gates are open.
Gates are open. Tell everybody who you are, why you're here. We could be here for a while.
I'll try to make this as short and sweet as possible, okay?
Fantastic.
My name is Shaya Shabo. Not Shaba, Simba, Sequel, SeaWorld, whatever you want to call me, Christopher. It is Shaya Shabo. And 17 years ago, I was a professional wrestler. And then back, in November, Christopher, I want to say? Christopher came into my work establishment, some of you may know it as Moonshine Alley,
Yes.
begging me for an employee discount. Granted, I gave him my discount, not the employee discount, which is much more than the employee one.
Figure that much.
But Christopher mentioned, it's like, hey, you look like you're in great shape. Big guy, we need somebody like you to beat down some students at Showcase Professional Wrestling. So lo and behold, I began my journey again at Showcase Professional Wrestling in Woonsocket, Rhode Island. And here we are, months later, after multiple conspiracies, what I thought would be a great adventure with you. It's been a great adventure with you, Mr. Vega.
Likewise.
But it has not been what I thought it would be and what was presented to me. And I think there's a lot of, damage that has been done. And I just personally do not think it can be rectified until my record is changed to 3-0, which it should be.
Well, we'll get into that, but in true fashion lately, that was like 30% truth, 70% lie.
30% owner, right?
You brought that upon yourself, Chris.
No, but I'm saying, because a little bit was true. I did. I was downtown in Providence. I wasn't sure. I'm like, oh, I think I know somebody who works there. It's a Saturday night. I go in there. I go up, and I go up to the counter, and I said, hey, we're talking about, and he goes, Chris, is that you? And I said, is that you?
And then right away, it rang the bell. I could get some free food.
No,
out of this.
and true, he
In
goes,
true cheap fashion.
no, he goes, hey, it's a Saturday night, let me see what I can do, which I was very grateful.
Mm-hmm.
He's a very great
And
host.
this is how you pay him back.
No, a few weeks later, hey, why don't we come down? Come down for training. Fantastic. Then we did the math, and it's been like 17 years since he's been in the ring. Now, people don't realize, I remember when he was in the ring as a young lad, right? I'm like, this is phenomenal. So that part was almost correct.
So that's great. Let's get right into the
then,
problem.
Then he had some matches, right, which is great. I'm like, hey, he's
I even
older guy.
shook hands,
Yes.
kissed some babies at intermission.
Well,
that
I won't
first
go that
show
far.
back, right?
No, but I gave you credit. You're an older guy. You're relearning how to wrestle because of age and or body type, right? And I'm like, you're doing great. and then you slightly got one loss, and then everything.
You should have never gotten that one.
Never
loss.
gotten that loss.
I'm not saying, but
Have you not seen my videos?
Apparently not.
Dan, do you have my videos?
I
You stand in front of the Showcase Pro Wrestling Arena?
that one.
There's a lot of videos.
You know,
The videos speak for themselves. The evidence speaks for
all right.
themselves.
Do you? All right.
I got your phone
The
on
first
What
one,
was I-
the first one with Logan Mango, I had my finger on that rope. Multiple fan footage, pictures.
Show it,
That
show
has
it.
been submitted.
If anything, this past weekend has shown the footage will not set you free. So
Well, you know.
bring it up. Let's watch it.
Let's bring up the footage of him in the ring, Danny.
Is it on your wall here?
In the last video I had is Christopher admitting I am a conspiracy victim. He said, I have it on video. I know I'm sorry. There's a lot of
Oh, there it is right
video
here.
evidence and everything on there.
Video crying and what it sounds like.
Oh, that video is just me of
Yeah, that was great.
smashing into Logan
that-
Mango.
yeah.
That one's good.
I think he tapped on that.
I think he
Yeah.
did too.
Yeah.
Truthfully, now that you mention it.
Yeah.
I didn't even think
Why
of
did you
that.
go for a pin then? If he tapped.
Well, if he tapped, the
He's
match
having
should have been
trouble
done.
breathing.
Yeah, match should have
Yeah,
been done.
the
right
referee
then.
I wanna make sure
there,
he's okay.
What about the
Oh,
one
that's the
talking
That was a reenactment. That's a reenactment.
Okay.
Okay. Advertising your company.
Well, I do thank you for that.
Of course.
No,
That was an official press release.
no conspiracy on that.
It's one of the highest viewed videos in Showcase Professional Wrestling YouTube history, I think, right? Dan, is that correct? If you can fact check that.
Yep, I think so.
Yep, definitely is. We can go back
If
now.
it is, I give you credit.
Yep.
All right,
Well,
you better be
20
marking these down.
It's at 12,000. That's good. If you go back, you should be able to find it.
Yeah,
It's
go
a great shot
back.
right there.
Yeah, yep. Go,
And so that's another thing too. What's with the markers in that place?
What do you mean?
The markers. I was trying to write my record, and the markers weren't working.
Oh.
And that's what really got me going too.
Wait, so
you bottom for this count.
Anyways, there's plenty of footage. There's plenty of evidence.
Go
If
to the
you can
footage
link my phone,
of that Main Street footage with that that guy, whatever.
shirtless guy from Woonsocket.
Yeah, yeah. You're letting those type of people on the shows, not Chris Blackheart.
I have never seen that guy before.
And I will say, I kept asking for Mr. John Senior to listen to me, hear me out, and all I got from him was this fake Monopoly money covered in Saugus wing sauce from Kowloon's. So while he's at Kowloon's, I'm trying to fight for my record, and he's sending me Monopoly money.
Yeah, but
So he's another one that's.
didn't you
I'm
try
gonna,
to bring
I'm gonna
that?
have a word with John.
Didn't you try to bring that to a local bank?
We're gonna take
That's
care.
not true. That's
that-
that's what you handed me.
Play that video, Danny.
I am a
I think his name is John too. But
I touched the rope, sir. Logan Magoo did not pin me. I am a conspiracy victim. I had my finger on that rope. Showcase professional wrestling. But conspiracists.
Really?
Conspiracists.
everyone's conspiracy.
Conspiracy. I am 2-0. I am 2-0. Conspiracy victim.
And this was before.
I am a conspiracy
I
victim.
should have been 3-0 just for
I am a
context.
conspiracy victim.
This is before my match
I
with
touched the
Bullwinkle
rope, sir.
and Rocky. Or was it
Logan
Rocky
Magoo did not pin
Bullwinkle?
me. I am a
The
conspiracy
dinosaur
You
guy.
tell me I'm terrible with names.
Who's the dinosaur guy? Anyways, if you saw, I paid tribute to a legend, Mr. Hulk Hogan. We know him as Terry. I ripped my shirt, went to go hit D-Rex, and then my shirt was caught on the rope.
All right.
And when he rolled me up, I had my shirt falling
Okay.
backwards. And that, in the rule book, I think it was page 17-3, I want to say, if I remember. It says if anything's touching the rope and that individual has his hand on it, it should have been a clean break automatically. So
Yeah, his
I
shirt-
found it in the basement.
Shirt was touching the rope. I mean,
And I gave that shirt
All right,
to a
this
young
is
kid in
like-
the crowd, by
so-
the way, because he was.
What I am
probably can't
thinking.
afford to buy one, so that was a
What
good
I'm
gesture.
possibly thinking, we may have to do a retraining of the referees.
Yeah, we just talked about shitty refs.
I did. I know.
What's
That's
up
what
with
I'm
that
saying.
Frank guy? He's always asking me what my name is.
As in the
I am a
former
conspiracy victim.
referee or
The guy with the microphone.
Frank the announcer.
Yeah, speaking of microphones, that's another one. My microphone kept cutting off. Like, how can I express my views, my opinions and educate the people of Woonsocket if my microphone is faulty. That's another thing too. I have all this video. I had it ready for
So,
everyone.
Chris Blackheart, the real question is, what are you going to do to solve this issues that's been going on right underneath your nose in your
No,
company?
I don't think they're issues. I think they're personal complaints due to a loss, and instead of just going through it, accepting the loss, and trying to regain wins of new matches, you're just stuck on 142-pound Logan Macchia. A lucky win over you. Just
Touch the rope, sir. Conspiracy victim.
Danny's over here. Something's going on. The video keeps playing back and
Logan Lagoon,
forth.
that's
That's just
me.
conspiracy.
I-
Is there something else, do you see something else in that video that I missed?
Here's your mic cutting out here too. Get that video too.
oh,
Yeah,
come
there it
on.
is. Look at it. It's just, and it seemed like a new mic.
Stand in this ring until justice is served and until my record is changed to 2-0. And if anybody has a problem with that, they can come up to the ring right.
So that's
Stand in
conspiracy.
this ring.
Well, people can't hear what he's stating.
What? Maybe he was out
I'm
of
soft
range.
spoken.
Maybe you were out of range.
I don't know,
I
Chris
know.
Blackheart.
The things just keep adding up.
All right, so tell everybody your conspiracies. You've got everything from literally A to Z of what us as an organization or myself personally has put against you.
Number one, my finger was on the rope. Number two, the dry erase marker was not working. Number three, nobody listened to me. My voice was not heard. My appeal was denied without a meeting or an agenda or anything. You're a political guy. You're used to these things, right? You know, I went to the city of Woonsocket. I went around. I told everyone I'm a conspiracy victim. I got honked at. I got bullied by a shirtless guy. Then he ripped my sign up. And then they started calling me a crybaby. I am not a crybaby, first and foremost, okay? Definitely not a crybaby, okay? And then the other thing is, John Sr. sending me sticky Saugus Win money, Monopoly money. The only person who's defended me has been Mr. Vega. He says my name correctly. He's understanding of the matter at hand.
All right,
And he invited me today. I know he could,
No,
say, Christopher, I think you need to have Shaya here.
And I said in due time, because it was breaking news this whole week, and I did ask you the proper pronunciation of his name, and you kept giving me the names.
No, I kept giving you the proper name.
That's the problem. You're correct.
Some days names do get twisted.
Yeah.
And
How convenient. But, you know,
But I-
Chris
I-
Blackheart,
I'm
let
not
me
being-
stop
I
you
am
there
not being
because
nice.
you're
Everybody's-
beating around the bush.
All right.
So, after all the statements he's
Yeah.
made here today, right? Your brilliant idea was to get Tweedledee and the dinosaur to have a tag team match
I,
with Shaya
I,
and Astonishing Aiden, but that should be easy cakewalk for you guys, I think, in my opinion.
no, I thought.
But you wasn't done there yet. You go and get
Sticky McSticker.
Ethiopian Makina, whatever his name is, to be the special guest referee in that match. What drove you to make a
He
decision?
lives in the
on it?
woods.
Oh, Macchia
He
does?
lives in the woods. It's weird.
I knew it was shorthanded on referees the night coming up.
So get a guy that's
Look
worse.
at our event schedules. Now, Macchia is part of the Showcase Wrestling Training Center. Part of the training is learning how to be a referee. He is actually pretty good on being a referee. And I thought, instead of you complaining that he could actually interfere, that he was in it, then you would know where he was and you knew he was unbiased.
I just think it's unfair.
I think it's very unfair. You might as well have lumberjacks. You might as well have no holds bar.
Oh, don't give him any ideas.
Might as well have special enforcers.
All right, so you tell me, you want Lumberjake there, you said?
Who the hell's Jake?
You want Lumberjake?
There he goes, switching the names again.
Call Anthony Green, get Lumberjake here.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Well, it is a good thing, though, that I do quickly announce that as of today, I have started the SSCS-COCV. It is a Shaya Shabo Conspiracy Support Circle of Conspiracy Victims. And I want everyone to know, if you are a victim of Showcase Professional Wrestling, you can reach out to me and we can discuss this further. As for September 12th, Logan Magoo, whatever referee you give me, Danny Davis, anybody, nobody's going to stop me from becoming 4-0. And with Astonishing Aiden in my corner, essentially my personal security now, if you would break it down.
All right.
We're going to show Rocky and Bullwinkle how real men defeat little boys. And they can put that on a t-shirt and make a stupid video.
So I'm not a conspiracy theorist, but what happened if you lose?
Oh, here we go.
I'm just saying, what if
you had to ruin a perfectly good moment?
What happened?
We get a guess, and you ruin the moment.
No, okay. If you win, right, is it a conspiracy?
Of course not.
Right. If you lose, is it a conspiracy? So either way, what can...
If you are suggesting that Astonishing Aiden and Shaya Shabo are going to lose, there is obviously premeditated conspiracy happening.
I am just trying to find out what I can do. If it's a win, a lose, or draw, what can I do to ensure that I have nothing to do with it? And I'm gonna feel like I'm gonna be on your list of people calling, texting, and emailing me. But what can I do to make sure that your new group does not interfere with Showcase business and take time away from business with your conspiracy? What can I personally do to make sure that you are good no matter what happens either way?
If Astonishing Aiden and I win,
Yep.
my record gets reversed to 4-0.
All right, next.
When Astonishing Aiden and I win,
Okay.
we get a shot at the tag team titles.
Well, okay, no, but see, that's not bad. I'm just saying, if you lose, how can I protect myself from not thinking that I made you lose, right? Something to do about it.
If we lose.
If you lose, hypothetically, right? If you lost that match, what can we do beforehand to make sure that you can't blame me for the win or the loss or draw or count out? What happens if you get counted out? The guys get disqualified, either team?
I got an idea.
All right, what do you think?
Get a competent referee that's not the Ethiopian Mango,
sure he can count?
whatever.
It is signed.
He has to know how to count to 3, Chris.
Cena did. I think he can count to 3.
I don't know.
All right.
If
you don't
if we
have
lose,
to tell me
fine.
today.
I'll go to CVA.
You're going to what?
I'll go to CVA.
I don't understand.
Conspiracy Victims Anonymous. If we lose, I will get help.
All right.
I will go to Conspiracy Victims Anonymous. Dan, you've been there, right? They had a booth at the convention in Ohio, correct? Yeah, see?
I'll be talking there, yep.
At least educate yourself on the conspiracy.
I'm sorry. I did not go.
There's no research.
I did research today.
No, and
You know what also is conspiracy is?
what?
Streamers.
Okay.
They streamers. People that stream their content, they're not even in a real room. It's all stage. Something to think about too.
Well,
This is real though. This is very
Johnny
real.
Fat text me said that dollar you gave him, he goes,
Yeah.
that's good for any whoopie pie that he sells at the shows.
He sold out last time.
Well, I'll tell you.
Guess who got some free ones?
Yeah, you want to have a conspiracy? We had a conspiracy at Blackstone Valley Tech with the whoopie pies. Yeah,
Somebody took your whoopie
We
pie?
did.
Oh, good.
Danny.
Deserved it.
Did you have a little something here?
I have one more stipulation. One more stipulation.
All right.
Nobody, and I mean nobody,
Nobody? Okay.
in that arena
Yeah.
is allowed to call me a crybaby.
That's a good one.
Frank Roach in the chat just called you one.
Excuse me?
Frank Roach, he says, Shia, stop whining, you crybaby.
No, see,
He announces me to the ring. How? The
No,
odds
this
are
is-
already against
This is
me.
former referee
That's a
Frank
former
Rocha.
referee.
Oh, former.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Maybe he
Frank,
can,
come on now.
maybe he can be part of your referee seminar.
That's a good idea.
Yeah. Maybe. Why don't you interview some referees that we can bring in the showcase? Again, we've always had an open platform between talent, between ring announcers, wrestlers, and
I've been to some referees.
Yeah. Why don't you interview them?
Okay.
You can
Put them in
find
my
if you
notes.
find a referee that is qualified, right? That I am sure I can have senior sign off on it too.
Is that one or two E's?
Referee, R-E-F. There's all three total.
I believe you. Two.
Yeah.
Hope they can count it 3 too.
Well, yeah.
No, but is that fair? If you can find a decent referee, two, you know, or if you can figure out how many E's are in a referee, you can get that many referees potentially on board.
Well, speaking of referees, speaking of events, we're back at the Showcase Pro Wrestling Training Center and Arena on September 13th.
Well, we got Taunton before.
You told me the 12th. He said
The
the
12th
12th.
is
He's
Taunton.
trying to send me to
Taunton.
Taunton on the.
He gave you the wrong.
No, I did.
He wants me to
I
go to
did.
Taunton on the 13th
See?
and Woonsocket on the 12th.
That would have happened.
This
You
is
would have had a
insane.
forfeit. This is a conspiracy.
I'm done.
Chris
I'm
Brown.
done. Taking my sign with me too.
Oh man.
Thank you, Mr. Vega. It's been a pleasure. But for those who don't know, this is the real conspiracy victim. Definitely not Christopher. We should probably look into you too.
Yeah.
It's something we can discuss. So,
Thanks for coming in,
hey
man.
guys, I appreciate it.
All right, brother.
Christopher,
I would say it's a pleasure, but then I would have to start a conspiracy.
if anyone is interested in auditioning to become a referee, please contact me at Shaya Shabo, conspiracyvictim@gmail.com, or Shaya Shabo on Instagram.
Yep.
Thank you and good night.
All right, man. That's a real address with Blackheart.
I cry, baby!
On that note, see what you did? You gave the guy the wrong address for the events. September 13th, we're back at the show.
All right, all the fans know that typically Friday is Taunton, and Saturday.
You give again.
Woonsocket.
You're giving these guys too much credit. You know.
Right, but
The wrestling fans
But if you're
with
not sure,
Blackheart.
you always go to showcaseprowrestling.com. We have updated shows there. We got 3 shows in September: the 12th, the 13th, and the 27th. That I probably did it.
Oh, you see,
I don't know.
Blackheart's running through this like
I don't
like
know
butter, okay.
if Sherbet Shabo knows about that date.
He just told you his name, Chris.
What was it?
Shia
Shaya
Shabo.
Shabo. See, okay. Thank you for teaching me.
So, on that note, we're back in action for Showcase Saturday night, September the 13th, in Woonsocket, 126 Main Street. That's a 7:07 p.m. bell time. Already signed is that tag team encounter as Shia Shabo and the astonishing Aiden will take on 17 Jump Street, D-Rex, and Rocky. Special guest referee, Ethiopian Makia.
No.
You know, are you going to fix that?
Logan. I just told him we had the contracts are signed.
So, it is what it is.
Like referees are like wrestlers, right? If something happens, if they're not able to compete due to an injury, maybe we'll have to do a replacement.
Well, all right. Besides that, come check out the show. A lot of things will happen that night. If we reverse times back to September the 12th, we'll be back as our fall season gets underway at the Taunton BFW Hall, 82 Ingle Street in Taunton, Massachusetts, with a 7:47 p.m. bell time. Tickets on sale at showcaseprowrestling.com for that event. Are you going to have some shady referees when we're back in Taunton now?
Well, you know, we could be having maybe the first round of interviewing prior to the event.
Oh.
So,
with that being said, our friend, the real deal Joel Davis, where in the world is the real deal Joel Davis? I can tell you
Now
that
that-
tonight he should be on stage for his comedy event, but tomorrow night is a big one in Raynham, Massachusetts, closing the season there in Raynham, Massachusetts. You got the information there, Daniel?
Yep. He said 1
Yeah.
I love you, Joel. Yeah,
Now, look at what's tomorrow's date, the 29th, and Raham is the season finale of the first season of Real Deal Comedy in Raham. Has seafood and cones.
And that is $15 and $20 tickets. 7 p.m. Doors will open. Showtime is at 8 p.m. That's tomorrow night in Raynham, Massachusetts. So get down there and support the Real Deal Joel Davis. All the dates are up on his Facebook page, Real Deal Fitness and Conditioning, for all the upcoming Keeping It Real comedy events. But don't forget, tomorrow night in Raynham, Massachusetts, to go check that out. If we go to Powerhouse Wrestling New England, we return to the Sturbridge Host Hotel Event Center on September the 20th for the 25th anniversary of Powerhouse Wrestling. The tickets are on sale now at eventbrite.com. That's going to feature the Young Gun Challenge for the top up-and-coming young guns in New England. Some of Showcase Pro Wrestling alumni. Features AZ, Christopher Spratt, Daniel Cabral, and Jay Evans. Those 4 guys will compete for the first ever Young Guns Championship on the 20th for the 25th anniversary of Powerhouse Wrestling. Another big matchup that was signed is a 205 live matchup from the Cruiserweight division back in the WWE days. Enzo Amore, the real one, returns to Powerhouse Wrestling to take on the debuting Rich Swann in a match that is going to give a lot to talk about. Those 2 guys are ready to go. I know Rich Swann is excited to come back to New England. He was here for TNA not that long ago. But he'll be in action against the real one, Enzo Amore, on September 20th in Sturbridge, Massachusetts. Now, moving on to a match that was signed for whatever reason. Again, it might be a conspiracy.
I got a
Sure.
question for you on that one.
What? Talk to me about what? He's interrupting again,
Danny.
David.
Then Danny, do you see that clip I put in the pod messenger
What?
with Gangrel?
Oh, jeez.
Yeah.
He said it. The Vampire Warrior Gangrel returns to Powerhouse Wrestling after years of not being around Powerhouse to challenge yours truly for the Powerhouse Wrestling Heavyweight Championship in a street fight, Chris Blackheart. Waits now, 20 years later. Why couldn't he challenge the champion 20 years ago?
It's a conspiracy.
Whatever. But all that and more, including the Women's Championship, will be on the line as Evie De La Rosa returns to Powerhouse Wrestling, and all the stars of Powerhouse Wrestling will be there. Danny, go back to the poster, please. That's the Powerhouse Wrestling 25th anniversary show live at the Sturbridge Host Hotel Event Center. Again, QR code is right there on the poster. Eventbrite.com for tickets. Powerhouse Wrestling NE on all social media. Powerhouse Wrestling Network on YouTube for all the latest matches and videos leading to this big event, September the 20th. Chris Blackheart, before we wrap things up tonight, there was developments on, going back to the Hulkster. There was developments on that case. I saw that again. Bubba the Love Sponge reported and had Brooke Hogan back on his show a day or 2 ago, and she got to see her father and say her goodbyes. I guess Hulk was never cremated. He was still, his body was still in a funeral home somewhere in Florida. She got to see Hulk. She said he looked like he was sleeping. He looked good. He looked big, muscular. He had his headband on. Whatever job they did on him was good. She was at peace. She was happy to at least see the body of her dad and say proper goodbyes. And she also stated that Sky was very helpful, even though she's taking a backlash out of everybody, including comments. I made my comments.
Yeah,
everybody's made their comments, It is what it is, but she was very cooperative with all the efforts for Brooke to see her dad and for her to get a look at all the video evidence from the cops and all the stuff, and and see the report that came out, and she stated that it will soon be released to the public. And I believe, if I'm not mistaken, that there's been a lawsuit filed against some of these doctors.
Well, that's big news. We'll have to follow that one.
So that tells me that, you know, the boo-boo was medical malpractice, and unfortunately, you know, Hulk is no longer with us because of that. But I felt like we had to update on that. You know, a lot of news to cover. Anything you got that we missed, Chris Black?
The only thing I wanted to say, Danny,
on?
I did put a video up there that Gangrel, I believe, won the CCW Heavyweight Championship.
Oh, now he's celebrating other titles, huh?
And it looks like he has one on this shoulder, he's looking for one on this shoulder.
So thanks for bringing it up.
September 20th, your bag may be a little lighter.
Well, Chris Blackheart, since you brought it up, thank you. See, he's still a friend of heart, Daniel. Gangrel, you got a title, right? You're the champion, CCW champion. How about you bring that belt to Powerhouse Wrestling, and we put it on the line, title for title. How's that, Chris Blackheart? So that I can leave Sturbridge with my bag heavy.
Absolutely. And I'll make sure that the referee calls it right down the middle, 50-50.
You have nothing to do with the referee, Chris Blackheart. I'm making some phone calls after
I
I leave the air here tonight.
Your great friend.
You might have paid a few people here and there to do your little tricks, but, you know, I'm going to make sure.
Sheba Shea said it.
I just told you his name 20,000 times, Chris Blackheart.
I didn't say it right. But he has a new crop of referees coming up that it could be, sounds like they're phenomenal.
One last time, comments. We got
that's the alarm going off for the referee alarm.
Danny, any comments on the chat there?
Zach said, "Whole Shabo and Frank's just talking."
You got him. You got him.
He's coming back.
Who?
You got him. It's not Shabo.
Shaya.
Danny. It's Shaya. Shabo.
Zach called him that.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Well, Danny can't read right anyway.
Yeah. Bump that guy off the chat. We don't have any. Yeah, bump him right. Kick him right out. Yep, he's not allowed to come back on the chat, Chris Blackheart.
And Frank said when he gets medically cleared, he's coming back.
Well, with that being said, Chris Blackheart, we've covered a lot tonight. You know, it's been a long showcase pod. I'm sure there's going to be a lot of news unfolding throughout the week. But for now, for tonight, that's all we have here in the showcase pod. You know, for Mr. 70% owner here of Showcase Pro Wrestling, Chris Blackheart, Don Vega, and Danny Badandi back from his actual flight this time. That's all we have this week. We will see you right back here next week in the Showcase pod.